Hello, folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today, you've seen it in the title. It's not a normal episode. Today is the video that I've been working on really in the back of my head, been thinking about for quite a while now, and I think it's about time to release that because we're at that time of the year. Today, we will be talking about the jobs that will need done before the start of the season. So let's not waste any more time. Let's crack on. As mentioned on the introduction, today we will be talking about the jobs that needs done on the allotment. And that comes to no surprise if you've been following the channel. But if you've not, I'll just remind you, the plot holder, Tony, taking over this plot from April, May 2024. So it's not even been a full year yet. I joined him in June. The reason is that plot was a bit too much for him for the time that he had to give. And also, that was his first allotment and really his first proper experience at gardening alone and food growing alone. He wasn't sure that he would be able to take care of the whole plot, and he came to the point where he thought, I'm just going to split it into the board to take back the other half and offer it to someone else. At which point I just jumped in and said, well, don't do that, because soon enough you will realize that you will need all that space if you're really committed to it. And in a sense, I think, tell me if I'm wrong, Tony, but I think I was right at that point. The space was daunting. There was a lot, not as in a lot. I know loads of allotment are well overgrown, and it wasn't the case here. It was overgrown, but it was mostly weeds. Well cultivated plot, nice shed, although nice greenhouse. Sorry, although a few panes are broken and needs a good tidy and bit sorting out. But there was a nice size greenhouse on the plot. Two, three really big spaces to grow food. Some borders with flowers. A third of the plot need to be flowers in here, and also a whole area for fruit shrubs. It's a couple of compost bins as well. So pretty much everything was there. It just needed a bit of TLC and a lot of time. So we chipped in. We did what we could at the start of the season. At the start of our season, I suppose, then, which obviously came in summer. So that was a bit late to get all this done. But gave us a chance to see what's working, what's not, what needs improved, what needs changed completely, and where to take the plot. We have been talking constantly about how to improve the space, how to make it more welcoming, more accessible. There's different level all over. I still don't understand, but there's so many different levels everywhere. It's not overly accessible. So yeah, there's a few improvements that definitely can be done in here, and obviously that first short season gave us a chance to see what needed done. We're now obviously almost in December. It's pretty much the time where everything is shut down. Tony have shut down his whole garden, his whole plot. He's taken everything out to reorganize the beds, uh, increase the space as well. Went from 9 to, was it 9? I think it's 9 raised bed to now 17 raised beds. Need to be filled up now. The flower beds have been changed slightly. We've been planting loads and loads and loads of bulbs. You probably have seen it in the previous episode. The fruit shrubs, fruit trees are new. The fruit shrubs, turns out that I don't know, they are absolutely gross. I know I've mentioned that several times. I still can't believe how disgusting. They are. I don't know why. I still can understand why they're so. It's not even tasteless. They're just disgusting. So we've pulled out most of them. There's still some gooseberries, I believe, in the ground just now, which we still need to cut. Was meant to be done in the last episode, but I forgot to bring the big lopper with me, so it will be for another time. We've got a four fruit trees. Sorry, I think it's two apple, one cherry, one pear that will need to go in the ground. And obviously, as it's now almost December, we're right in the window to plant fruit shrubs and other fruits. I've got loads of strawberry runners, 2 years old strawberry runners at home, which I'm going to bring over and plant in here. But there's other plants. We now have a clearer idea of what we want to do with the plot as a whole. We are getting in the heart of winter, so now is the best time really to pull the weeds out. They don't grow anymore. The frost will really kill them, so it's probably a good time to do this. So there's weeding to be done. Obviously, as I mentioned, the last fruit shrubs as well needs to be pulled out so we can prepare this area and turn this into an actual fruit corner. Yeah, let's call it the fruit corner, which will be right next to a bit of a seating area where we are planning to do to create a pond as well, just a small pond, just bringing a bit of wildlife, and obviously if we've got, hopefully if we can get a few frogs and toads coming in here, that will help regulate the slug population, hopefully. But to get there, we have to lift some more of the bricks. I've mentioned that in the previous episode, I believe. There's a lot of bricks and monoblocks that need to be pulled out. A path as well that needs to be lifted. That have no reason to be there anymore, so we'll lift that up. The path which goes at the front towards the water, towards the tap, this one needs to be evened out and secured because it's just like falling apart just now. So this one will definitely stay and needs to be made a bit more secured. Um, Obviously, this greenhouse needs to be sorted in the next few weeks. We will start planting stuff in here. Obviously, there's all the geraniums will be staying in here. Tidying around the greenhouse is another one that will need done over the winter. It's a bit messy. It's been obviously Tony's done power job around here, especially at the back of the greenhouse where it was really difficult to see what was growing in there, and it's just like a whole lot of all and nothing in there. So this has been pretty much clear now, so we can see a bit better. So now it's just a case of really pulling everything out and sorting out what needs gone, what can be reused somewhere else, and try to use the back, which is not particularly, or the side, the back being the side of the greenhouse, which is not particularly big, just maybe to store some of the slabs, some of the bricks, the edging, and bits and pieces that we're keeping but not using straight away. Once it's all clear, we'll have a better view of what's going on. Ideally, I think I would like to put some potato buckets there at the back. It's still actually quite sunny on that spot, but it's also out the way. So it's things that can be just left there, forgotten about until everything is died back. You're like, ooh, it's time to pull them out, and then just literally pull them back out, empty them, and it's not in the way. So that might be what's going to happen there. But it's really difficult just now to know if it's hard standing or if it's just soil, if it's even or not even. That's just really, really bad just now. So that's something that we need to look into as well. Got my cheat sheet with me as well, actually, because so much that needs done that I thought I'm just going to write them down. So that's why I keep looking down. Soon, very soon, hopefully, we will have a gate. So we've got this to be done as well. I would like as well to do a cold frame, just a small cold frame. I've got a few bits of wood sitting in the house that I'm hoping to use for that. I've got some big heavy duty plastic sack, but it's like the same membrane that you have on the polytol. So actually, once you cut them open, it actually makes a really good membrane for a cold frame. So hopefully we'll be able to do something with that. Again, the idea was to keep this very, very cheap. We need to connect the water butts, mostly because the water has been turned off now and will be turned off until, I believe, March. We will have some seedlings and that will be in here from, you know, mid-November, mid-December, early January. So we definitely need to get water for them. We've got the water, but here we just need a downpipe. So it's been ordered. Hopefully we'll be able to get this done next week. It's going to take a week before it comes, so maybe late next week or early the week after. That's about it for now. I mean, there's quite a lot that needs done. It's going to take a while to go through this, and obviously most of it will be documented one way or another in video. Things such as the pond, the gate, the cold frame will be videos of their own as well. But for the rest, some of it will be filmed. The rest will be just updated on as and when. Uh, Overly interesting to watch me unearth bricks for half an hour, so I'll spare you that one. This is obviously not counting all the sowing that will be started and the preparation for the next season in terms of growing as well. But just now, this is where we are. So obviously, I also had on the list pulling out the sunflower and getting rid of the tomatoes in the greenhouse. So obviously, those have been ticked off the list already in the previous episode. So that's something done. But yeah, there's still plenty of work to be done. So I think it's going to keep us busy throughout the winter. Hopefully, we don't get any heavy snow that will stop us from getting there. But there's still plenty to do that can be done, even if it's frosty. There's still some building that can be done, even if there's snow. So we should have enough to keep us busy until March, April, and hopefully at that point, all this, all that list will be ticked off, and hopefully at that point we will be able to enjoy and fully focus on the growing season. Um, so yeah, that's the plan. So thank you for watching. If you have any comments, any suggestion, please put a comment below. Like the video if you liked it. That'd be very nice and very helpful for me. As usual, if you're not following me yet, please click to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to tick the bell so you know when the next video will be released. And thanks for watching. Bye.